going to do an exercise for American Mah Jongg using the 2024 National Mahjong League card. I call this exercise random pulls. The purpose is to practice identifying the strength in a dealt hand. This is the first step to eventually picking a hand. If you're new to Mahjong, or if you already know how to play and just want to build your skills, consider subscribing to my channel. That way you won't miss anything. We're going to do this exercise 3 times. We'll alternate between player 1, who is also known as East, and then we'll be another player. So we'll have 14 tiles, then 13, and then 14. So we can practice identifying the strength of a hand. We have East, South, 2, 3, 7 in BAMs with a pair of 2s, 2, 3, 4, 7 in dots, 2, 4, 6, 7 in cracks. If these were your tiles, what would you focus on and what would be your first pass? If these were my tiles, I'd start right here. Pair 2. That's a multiple. It's a little multiple, but it is a multiple. I call it a little multiple because it's just a pair. A bigger multiple would be pung kong. This would be a little multiple. So then from here, I would look at the rest of the tiles and keep the ones that I can use with this pair, because American Mah Jongg is a game of multiples. So that's where I start. So we could keep the 3. We have a 2, 3, 4, and we have a 2, 4. 2, 3, 4 of some kind, and I would not look at the card. You don't need to pick a hand till you run out of discards, and we have a lot of discards. We have 2, 3, 4 of some kind. We could maybe play evens, 2, 4, 6, 8, but we have no 8. I call that a gap. If you have a gap, avoid that category. Since we have a lot of discards, we could keep the 6. Because during the Charleston, we may be past 8s, and we could switch. So then maybe we could pass, let's say, East, South, 7. That, I think, would be a problem in the Charleston. If someone's playing wins, they're going to be really happy to get those 6 east, west right there. So I would let the 6 go. I wouldn't pass 6, 7 because if someone's in one suit playing consecutive run, that might be very helpful to them. So I'd probably pass a different suit with just 1 wind, like that, and still play 2, 3, 4. If you would have done something differently with these tiles, write pull 1 in the comment section below and let me know what you would have done with these tiles. We have a joker, 1, 2, 7 in cracks, 1, 3, 5 in BAMs, 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 in dots with a pair of 7s. If these were your tiles, what would you focus on? And what would be your first pass? If these were my tiles, I'd start right here. A little multiple, 7-dot pair. Then I would look at the rest of the tiles and keep tiles that can be used with this pair. Here's a 7, and here's an 8. 7, 8. That is super weak. 4 tiles. I think there's a better option. Odds. Look at all these odd tiles. 1, 3, 5 and bams, 1, 7 and cracks, 1, 5, 7 and dots. We don't have a 9, but that's okay. It could come. Or we could use a joker, I suppose. Here we have tiles that we don't need. I would not pass 2, 2, 8. Passing like numbers is almost as risky as passing a pair. So I would not do this. I would probably pass 2, 8 and then let something go. We have 1, 3, 5 in one suit, 1, 7, and then 1, 5, 7 in dots. So I think I would probably give up on one of these. 1, 3, 5, 5, 7. I think I would pass that. And then probably the 2, 2, 8 instead of 1, 2. And focus on odds. If you would have done something differently with these tiles, write pull 2 in the comment section below and let me know what you would do with these tiles. Pair south, green, 5, 8, 9 crack, pair 9, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 in dots, 3, 5, oh wait, those are bams, not dots, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 in bams, 3, 5 in dots. If these were your tiles, what would you focus on and what would be your first pass? If these were my tiles, I would start with the multiples. We have south 9, so I would hold south 9 and see if we can work it in. Now, we might not be able to use both. I would probably focus on the number tile because there are way more hands with number tiles than wins. So I would focus on the 9s. With the rest of these tiles, we do have an 8, 9. We also have some 3, 6, 9 in here too. And that's where I would start. Here's an 8. 3, 6, 9, maybe 6, 7, 8. We have no 7, so that would be lower on the option list. And then I would probably pass something like that. 3, 6, 9 or 7, 8, 9 if a 7 comes in. Anytime you use the word if, consider that a long shot. At this point, I would focus on 3, 6, 9 because we have no 7. That would be a gap. If you would do something differently with these tiles, write pull 3 in the comment section below and let me know what you would do with these tiles. After you get your dealt hand, arrange your tiles. I like to arrange them in this order. First, jokers, if we're blessed with any. Then flowers, winds, dragons, and then each suit in numerical order. That will give you the initial lay of the land. Then scan the tiles for strength. Start with multiples because American Mah Jongg is a game of multiples, a multiple being pair pung kong. Then keep the tiles that support the multiple and find a category on the card that will use them. If you don't have multiples, look for a predominant pattern. That's going to match one of the categories on the card. Whatever you have the most of, focus on that category. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.